Hi, I'm Megan Copeland with His Beloved of Texas, and I saw a Facebook ad the other day. It was a billboard in Canada that said, the best thing you could give your only child is to not have a sibling. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. I believe it is one of the greatest lies of the enemy to tell us that kids aren't worthy and that we shouldn't have siblings. Because I'll tell you what, I had a baby a couple of months ago in the middle of a pandemic, and that baby was the best gift my kids will ever receive. My kids are 12, 11, and 8. So, of course, they're a little bit older. We have a huge age gap in the middle. And having another baby was a really scary thing for us. We're going to go back to the baby time, but watching the joy on their faces is so worth it. Seeing her face when they walk in the door, she is their biggest cheerleader. She loves them so much. And when she's crying in the car, if my daughter sings, she immediately stops crying. She loves her big siblings so much. And I know that some of you are expecting a new baby or maybe just praying about it right now. Maybe the thought of having a new baby sounds terrifying, but that's okay. God will call you when you're ready. And if you are expecting a baby in a pandemic, I have some ideas for you. So first of all, the transition for a new baby into the family can be hard. Give yourself so much grace. The first couple of weeks, I remember everything seemed loud and it seemed scary and I felt overwhelmed a lot. And that's okay. You just had a baby. Give your kids grace too. It can be hard for them. Give everybody just an extra sigh of relief whenever they need it. So the transition for this one was really great because my kids are older, but I understand a lot of you guys are in the trenches and you have little ones. My first two were 16 months apart. And I remember the first baby, you're terrified because you have no idea what to expect. The second baby, I was terrified because I thought, what is this going to do to my older daughter? Is she going to feel ignored? Is she going to feel like she's not loved anymore? And when I brought home that second baby, she thought she was absolutely hers. She had a new baby she got to play with all day long, and it was like her own little Cabbage Patch doll. And she really transitioned pretty easily. So when we had our third child, I thought she would be just fine. And that's the one that hit her. For some reason, having the third baby was really hard on her. She was 4.5, and I kind of treated her like she was a full-grown adult at that point. But she wasn't. She was a kid and she needed her mom and she needed to understand that things were going to be different. So after we brought the baby home, she started to have some behavior problems. She started to feel really left out. She started to try to get attention. So I stopped what I was doing and we went to the library. And I pulled all the books I could about being a big sister and having a new baby. And there was one called Julius, the Baby of the World. It's a Kevin Hinckus book about Lily. And we read it over and over and over. And we talked about what it means to be a big sister. And it really helped her a ton. So what else can you do if you're about to have a new baby? You can pray for the baby. Talk about the baby. What is it going to look like when we have a new baby in our family? And allow your other siblings to be a part of that conversation. Allow them to come up with prayers for the baby and to really focus on the positive things. But also talk about what might change. How is your life going to look different? What are ways the child can help you? Can they help change diapers? My 8-year-old was terrified of diapers, and now he thinks it's great. Can they help bring you things? What are things they can do for you? And then also talk about what won't change. I will always be here with you. I will always get to come to ballet with you. We're still going to get to play games and focus on the positives of what's not going to change as part of their life. And remember that even if you're in the trenches right now and things feel really hard, your kids are going to get bigger and they're going to love those siblings as they get bigger. I used to think my daughters, they used to fight when they were little and I thought they're never going to be friends. And now they are thick as thieves. So when they get older, you're going to have all these wonderful teenagers running around. You're going to have all these funny, witty kids. This too will pass and you're going to love it.